Chuckity, chucka, chucky. Oh, that sounds like a sound check.
Yeah.
There we go. See, that worked. It worked. That worked.
What could go wrong?
Hello, everybody. What do we have on here tonight? We got some fun stuff to go over this evening. I was going to,
It's actually pretty good.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know that I'd buy it, but I'm not gonna finish it. No more whistling.
Oh, okay.
Hey, look, stuff and things. Things and
Stuff and
Bumper
things.
stickers, other stickers.
La 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 la.
Pulpalooza war discs.
Yeah. Yeah. Tastes like garbage. Ah,
It's not the
la,
worst
la,
one.
la. Okay. Yeah, that's the bar we're aiming for right there. It's not
Honestly,
the worst we've ever had.
I mean, it's not like we're connoisseurs.
No. No, not connoisseurs.
So,
So we're going to go officially live in a little less than dos minuto. So I've been thinking about the idea. Oh, I don't want to talk about that.
you're
You know,
just wandering.
Talk to the people about
Talk to the
something.
people.
We got
Let's see.
2 minutes. So I was up on the roof today and yesterday trying to patch and repair
Trying to patch and repair. I broke
Patch
a
and
nail
repair.
at work.
a broken nail at
I
work.
did. Yeah. So that was pretty tragic. Let's see, what else do I got for you? My nonprofit has given away $5 million.
$5 million.
$5 million.
5 million is the
Slightly
number.
over, but
Slightly over 5 million.
yeah. 5 million.
Slightly over 5 million.
And I'm gonna say, pretty confidently say, that 3 million of that, not 3,000, 3 million of that has been done since I was there.
Very cool.
So, you know, I'm practically
Mm-hmm.
the only thing keeping it afloat.
I know. You think I don't know?
You think I don't know? You think I don't know?
One more minute and we'll go officially live.
Pretty soon. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's a little toasty down our way.
Yeah, darn toasty. La 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 la.
Hey, it's 8 o'clock.
La 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 la. La 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 la.
La la
La la la la la la la. La
Okay, 8 o'clock.
la la la.
Hey, everybody. No, that wasn't it. Was that close? I think that sounded you a little tipsier than you probably are.
Well, let's see. Do we have everything going?
Hey, everybody. It's Dave and Bessy with Pulp Alley.
Hey.
That's Dave.
Hey, Bessy's on the left.
Thank you for that distinction, because I'm sure there were so many people that are like, which is which?
Which is which? I don't know which is which. How about that? So, hey everybody, this is Dave here at Pulp
I already
Alley.
said that part.
Oh, you already said. What else did you say? And I'm here with the world's most dangerous Bessy. Ba-bam. So I got these. I thought I'd give them away.
What is it?
So these are the second prototype.
That we already changed?
Yeah.
Before we
These
got
are
them?
not. These are not the finished versions. These are not the
This is
finished
the
versions.
Ones we ordered and then decided to change
And then
things.
changed stuff.
Before they, I think even...
Don't be like that. Hey everybody, we see a Ptolemachus, I see a Carl Floyd, I see a William Schmidt Matson, I see
maybe you're right. Maybe we do
Dave,
need name tags.
David Clyde Dashing. That's a fellow that knows, if that is your real name.
I got to use that out in the wild today in a joke, and it killed.
What?
Somebody got arrested because they cashed a check that was not theirs, and then she was like, "Oh well, it was her husband's check, but it wasn't even his name." And I was like, "Okay, Fernando, if that's even your real name."
Okay. So if you're not making plans to come join us at Pulpalooza, Yada. Bessy and I will be at.
I'll be there.
In what was that? What,
don't worry about it.
What are you doing?
Don't worry about
Hey, Louis. Ads. Ptolemachus is uno momento. So make plans to come join us in Albuquerque, New Mexico. You got plenty of time to hop. I run Mad Dogs with Gun, which is very pulpy, but concentrates on the gangsters. Boy, have you tried this? War games to play. Nah. I kind of saw the rules, but not really my cup of tea. Let's see.
But I love the idea of a Prohibition era.
Yeah. We do a lot of Prohibition era gaming with the Pulp Alley rules, so that's actually works really good.
Empire simply because it was Prohibition.
We have the Vice Alley campaign book is kind of geared towards that sort of era with a lot of action like that. Kind of a vigilantes and villains sort of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting.
Red Queen.
Red Queen and D.A. Denton and stuff like that
know,
going at it.
Outside.
Is it? Big name tags. We need big name tags.
Yeah, because you lose your glasses.
So today I was going back to working on the magic rules for Pulp Alley, and it's kind of fun taking a break. I think it's incredibly helpful taking a break from working on something and working on something else and then going back to it a month or two later, because it really lets you look at it with fresh eyes. So going back and looking at the magic rules again, really from the beginning, it helped me identify a few things. And during our playtesting, of course, we playtest our rules a lot to try and make sure that they're going to work the way we want them to. Yeah. So I just identified some things that I could really change and make it a lot better. So that's what we're working on now, is kind of updating the magic rules with some fresh ideas and some fresh seeing that would work as seeing the evil in men's minds. Oh, very cool. Yeah, the magic rules are intended to reflect a lot of the old magic from, like a shadow sort of idea, but also, kind of inspired by the way magic worked in, Robert E. Howard's stories, the way magic worked in Lovecraftian sort of stories and things like that. So kind of that is, the inspiration for how magic works. But
also with the eye of thinking other genres of it.
Yes. Yes,
that
absolutely. Yeah.
Of,
It could easily represent high-tech sci-fi sort of stuff. It could easily represent, Jedi, force powers and that sort of stuff.
We played plenty of Harry Potter with it.
Yeah, you're exactly right. We used it in the Harry Potter stuff. And I'm still kind of halfway debating about the names. I like the names as they are right now, but I've been going back and forth a little bit about, do we want to give them different names? Anyway, something to think about it. We'll probably float some of the magic rules possibly this Sunday. So don't forget, we do a live game every Sunday. Yes, indeed, an actual live game right here. every Sunday, 10 a.m. And you can join us remotely from wherever you live in the solar system. And you can even get signed up to play with us on a Sunday
if
live.
If you live anywhere in our
yeah,
solar system.
Yeah. Even if you've never played Pulp Alley before, you can play Pulp Alley live with us, and it's a great way to learn the game and have a lot of fun. So we normally sign up about 2 months in advance. This Sunday, it's going to be David Lowe. So one of the things that I've been thinking about is the idea about doing another campaign. How many of you remember when we did our Vice Alley campaign live,
where we had one we
had 2 remote players playing against each other remotely right here on our tables, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah. So toying with the idea of doing that again. Is there anybody out there that would like to see us play through a whole campaign? Is there well, I think it was China Station, maybe. I don't know. I mean, we've played through almost all of our campaigns.
Yeah. It was just a long ways back, but it was so much fun. I don't know if somebody else sticks out.
Yeah. So,
we had a lot of players.
Is there any interest in that? Would you guys like to see us? I guess the difference is right now we kind of do mini campaigns, and it's not really even campaigns, but oftentimes we'll do 3 or 4 scenarios that are kind of linked together through a story, but for at least a similar setting. But a campaign is normally going to run, 3 or 4 months. Yeah. Because we can only play once a week, and then we have our remote players come on. Vice Alley was the last campaign. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'd like to see Lemuria. Lemuria would be fun. That's one that I'm not sure that we've done, the Lost World of Lemuria.
I know we've played through it in games, but I don't know that we've done it live.
That we've done it linked together. Lemuria would be a neat one.
Because I think that was like back.
Because that might be one that we haven't done recently.
I don't think we have.
I don't think we've done that recently. So maybe a Lemuria campaign. I love a campaign, but it's only a campaign. Otherwise, it's a sparkling scenario. Whew. Oh dear. Oh.
I like you a lot.
I once lived on the peaks of Lemuria. Interesting. That's a good place to live. If you're going to be in Lemuria, you definitely want to be in the peaks because
that's what I've heard.
It gets kind of muggy down in the lowlands. Moist.
Don't say that.
Moistened.
Moistened towelette.
Pre-moistened towelette. So, thinking about a campaign, working on the magic deck. So here's the idea. Also, is that
it's a nickname.
Yeah.
Did you catch that?
Yeah, I caught that.
Did you catch it?
I did.
Did you catch it?
Thank you. Thank you, darling.
Did you get it?
Thank you. I got that. So
he got it. It's okay.
What is the next project? Obviously, Tomb of the Serpent is still
work in progress.
As far as the book is going, but we're also looking at other small projects that we can kind of wrap up before the end of the year. So. An assets deck, I think I would like to do the new assets deck. I think those are cool to have available. So, and it's actually multiple decks. And I think we'll probably try and group them like we did before. You guys remember one of the first campaigns took place in Cohen's World. Okay. That's really cool. Yeah. Miniatures battles. Cohen's World. So the what was I talking about? The magic spells.
We're working on that. Asset deck.
The assets deck. Like, what are we going to do as far as the next projects that we're going to do? Pulp Alley RPG would be a lot of fun, and don't think we haven't thought about it often because it's one of those things that we frequently go to. I love role-playing games, and that's really more like my background is that's kind of what got me into all of this. It's not really true. It's actually those crazy like Avalon Hill bookcase games that kind of started with, and then kind of progressing from there. Oh yeah, good old chainmail. That was what kind of kicked off everything, isn't it? Um, the Dungeons and Dragons, and then RuneQuest and Call of Cthulhu and yada yada. But also, I love those old BattleTech games and Car Wars and stuff like that. So a Pulp Alley RPG is certainly not out of the question. It's just one of the many things on the Pulp Alley to-do list. The to-do list is much longer.
Ever growing.
If anybody out there wants to do something like that, if you ever fancied yourself as a writer and felt like you'd like to put together a
whittler.
Or a whittler.
Whittler.
Okay.
Whittler.
Whittler. Then by all means get in contact with us, because we'd love to have some help.
I'll let you make a war disc.
Working on a Pulp Alley campaign book. That would be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
The fortune packs are now available to pre-order. The 2 new expansions.
And they will, in fact, when you get them, be the official one.
These aren't the official ones.
These are not them.
These aren't them.
But when you pre-order, you will get the final official.
Yeah, you'll get
version.
The actual ones. Not these. These are.
Yeah.
These were like.
I promise we're not going to start changing them.
These were Mark II. These were the ones in between, like the first prototype and then the final production copy. So these were the halfway point. So these are mostly right. There's probably about 6 or so of these cards that still need that I scribble on and write. Hey, Gregory, how you doing, sir? These are not the scribbled ones. The scribbled ones will be used on Sunday, though. We will be using the brand new scribbled versions on Sunday when we play. But I do want to give these away live on Sunday.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we will put a secret word on this video. What's the secret word for tonight? Let's see. The secret word for tonight is fortune. Fortune is the secret word. If you would like to be entered into the drawing, we'll do it live on Sunday. The secret word for this video is fortune.
Just so you know, DW called dibs on the marked ones.
On the marked ones. Okay. All right. That's why I messed up the order. I got my order in the other day. Thank you guys so much. I mean, old school started out 50 years ago. I don't know that I could say that. Gosh, I guess it's darn close to 50 years. I don't want to do the math, but yeah. Yeah.
We don't math.
I didn't play chainmail. That's not true. I didn't have chainmail. I played it a couple times with some friends, but the first one that I actually bought was the box set of Dungeons and Dragons. It didn't even have dice in it. It came with chits. It came with like a card sheet, and you had to cut it out, and then you put the chits in different cups. So when you wanted to roll a number between 1 and 4, you reached into the 1 to 4 cup thing. Kind of like how you have to do it in prison, because they won't let you have dice.
Is that where you were?
Yeah. Oh, DBA. Yep. That's good stuff too. Chips. No, chits. You had to you cut out the little numbers and you drop them in, and then and then you remember those very first polyhedral dice, like they were so cheap and the corners all kind of rounded because the plastic wasn't very good. So you got all those cool like chips in your dice. And like you had to fill in the numbers with like a crayon or something. D&D white box. I don't think it wasn't a white box. It was colored, and the one that I got, but it was only. I think the first one that I got, it only went up to like level 3 or something like that. It was the introductory box set. I don't remember exactly It's I've slept since then. Um, oh, and I think the first scenario that we got was called Keep on the Borderlands. Um, and we played the dickens out of that thing. We just played through it over and over and over again because that's all we had, right? Because when that's all you have, you just keep playing the same thing over and over again. And we were enthralled by the idea that, like in the basic rules that we had, you could only go up to, like, I don't remember. I think it was level 3. Like, that was the maximum level you could get to, was level 3. But then as you look in Keep of the Borderlands, there were characters that were, gasp, level 5. And it was like, how do they possibly do that? How do you reach level 5? Those were the days, boys and girls. Those were the days. Lots of fun. Yeah, I don't know if it's 50 years or not. I guess it would have been late 70s. So, yeah.
Probably not quite, but
well, close, getting up there. All right, that's it for tonight. Don't forget we have a live game on Sunday. Be sure and join us for our live game. Don't forget to get your pre-orders in for the Fortune Packs. We're hoping to start shipping those in July. Get signed up to play with us on a Sunday.
Yep.
What do you want? Asset cards, or do you want the magic deck, or do you want something else? Let us know, and don't forget to come back to this video after it posts here in another 5 minutes or so, and be sure and leave a comment on this video that includes the word fortune, and that will get you entered into the drawing on Sunday. Don't forget to do that. Be sure and just come back to this video. You don't even have to, like, you could write something clever like Clyde Dashing always does, but you can just simply make a post that says fortune. Or you can.
It
I know.
Warms
you think
my
I don't know?
heart to
I know. I
have
know.
a
You think I don't know?
But I still write your name down.
And make plans to come join us in Albuquerque, October 16th through the 18th in
Albuquerque.
Slice and Dice Pizzeria. Bessy, play us out of here. We're done for tonight. Bye, everybody. We'll see you soon. Diddle-a-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.